I think like any community, people have scaled back. They've really studied their budgets, and I think the city's been successful in doing that. The mid-year report, financial report, indicated that we have built up reserves. They were bolstered by the Washington State Ferries settlement agreement. We've also have been removed from Credit Watch, which is a huge improvement. But we need to continue down that path. We need to continue fine-tuning our change of government. We need to fine-tune our budget. We need to make it more efficient. And we need to look at how we can streamline some of our requirements, because as it stands now, we get roughly $15 million in revenues. We're spending over $12 million in facilitating, just keeping the lights on, employees, benefits. That leaves less than $3 million annually to manage most of the infrastructure and to provide for services and safety for the community and other requirements that council members in the city are to provide citizens. So we need to take a hard look, like many other municipalities, and sharing with neighboring communities is a really viable resource on many levels. We do it on a certain extent already. We bring consulting in. We work with the Department of Ecology. We work with the county. I know there's many of the council members now work with outside regional agencies to help, work together. There's economies of scales that can be achieved.
Well, I think you're right that that is where we are. I would take exception to the idea that we haven't responded to it. I think that's exactly what's been going on in the last year and a half, is adjusting our city spending to the revenue realities. And at the time, I think that revenue reality is based on the 2004-2006 revenue. So in that sense, that reality is one that we are adjusting to. Whether in fact we've adjusted our spending priorities so that we are going to be doing our allocation of those lesser revenues in ways that are the most effective for delivering the services that our community wants and needs, I think that's still in the design phase.
Is there something that stands out in that, in terms of what your constituents are telling you are their number one priority in terms of the budget?
You know what? I think it's where each person sits, and there are a whole lot of priorities. There have been surveys taken, and they generally talk about the quality of life. I think the trails, bikes, being able to enjoy the outdoors, having the safe roads, having certainly a safe and trusted police department. There's interest in the arts. There's concern about how are the social services delivered, what's our safety net. Those issues, I don't know that I know or would presume to doing a personal prioritizing list, and particularly as a city council person, again, that's why it's a team of 7. And in this case, with this new structure in government, it's also a team that includes the staff in a much more collaborative way, and they're looking at it not just from the citizen input, but from what they know in terms of their professional expertise. So it's really a blending of all those perspectives, and fortunately, a very outspoken community who will help identify their priorities.